I'd like to thank you guys for being tuned into the Socially Selective Podcast brought to y'all by me, Ish, aka Legendary, and good people over at Legendary Entertainment Company. By good people, I do mean me. Not Dot, not Driller, not Suave, not Herb. Me. I'm good people. First and foremost, I have no accountability, liability, responsibility, or any other ability over anything that anyone says besides me. So whatever you hear from whoever you hear it from, that's on them. I don't even know what the fuck they talking about, if you ask me. Huh?
This is the same man that muted me to use the unstirred, but he used all those abilities and abilities.
Well, because I don't have any accountability, right? No liability or responsibility over anything that anyone says besides me. Those are all abilities. Now, you said it's sturdy, unsturdy, because it's not going to be sturdy because it's unsturdy. It's not sturdy.
That's because I'm breaking it down to the layman terms so the layman can turn and know the knowledge. But you, on the other hand, my brother, trying to understand and put your hand in the cookie jar so you are overhand. Now, I be giving the game underhand so they can understand.
Nigga, what?
Damn.
Hey, yo, what just happened?
No, I'm serious, Dot. I'm sure everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dot right there, man. That's my residential co-host.
There's some motherfucker on the sideline, right, with the aluminum foil helmet on, like, yep, damn right.
Yeah, they understood exactly what he said. Only people with aluminum foil helmets understood what he said. But, no, for real, though, today we got my man Herb. Shout out to my man Herb the Villain. He's in the building with us. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him in a while. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might go check him out on episode 1 through, like, 15. You know what I'm saying? He was here. How you been, though, man?
I've been great. I'm at 200% for the first time in a really, really long time, man. I'm running on all cylinders.
I know that's right.
I feel great. I love God. I love myself. I love life, man. Right. And there's a lot of beautiful things happening on my end. Just a whole lot of life, whole lot of growth, whole lot of things, man. So I'm just keeping it pushing.
So obviously, I know you and they know you. For people that don't know you, give them a little something about yourself.
Well, my name is Herb the Villain. I'm from West Philadelphia. I am a musician, an artist, a producer. I rap, sing. I play 5 instruments: piano, drums, guitar, bass, trumpet. Founder and CEO of Mind Control Productions, which is actually going to be relaunched. We were down for a while. A lot of life things happened. You know, life be lifing. When life lifes, ain't shit you can really do about it, you know? Except pick yourself up by the bootstraps and keep going. And that's what I had to do, and that's what I've been in the process of doing. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, I also got the baldest head in West Philly.
Check the stats. He got a bald head. You know, he's a super dope artist, like super dope.
Thank you, brother.
We need to put some more of that music out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, tell me where to find the music at before.
Oh yeah. My music will be back on all platforms soon. Like give it like a month. But for now, if anybody wants to check me out, go to herbthevillain.bandcamp.com. That's herbthevillain.bandcamp.com. Also, villain is spelled Villain. I was spelling it wrong for years.
Wait, so you're telling me even when I found you, it was spelled wrong? Because I went.
Did you find it?
I did.
If you found it, you
on where?
On Bandcamp.
Oh no, I won't. So on Instagram it's correct, but on Bandcamp it's
no. It's right on both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had to correct it though. Like years ago, I was like, oh shit. I like looked it up. I'm like, I've been spelling villain wrong for like 6 years. That's a damn shame. College educated and all that. Fucking up.
Okay, I'm glad you brought some good segue into that. So tell us what your childhood was like.
My childhood was interesting, right? Born and raised in West Philly, right? Both my parents are from Haiti. My mom and my dad. And I didn't know that I lived in like a bad neighborhood until I was a little older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until like I was 10, 11, 12. That's when I started seeing shit. Like just random car crashes, niggas running out with guns. Or
what the fuck?
Just
what age?
I saw that at like
a
12.
Random car crash.
Yeah, right on the block too. Like right on my dad's block. Crashed right there. They crashed right into the car across the street. They hop out and they spray. And that's when I was like, where's Steven Seagal at?
So wait, you came from over there?
No, I was born here.
You was born in Philly?
I was born here, yeah. But I didn't speak English till I was 3. Like, my parents raised me speaking Creole.
Did you go to school as a kid? Like
Yeah.
like elementary school and all that shit here?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Nah, not at all. It didn't get hard till I got to high school. Because you got to realize, like, yeah, I went to Catholic school, but I went to St. Rose. That's an easy-ass Catholic school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Archdiocese of Philadelphia, and I'm going to just keep it a buck, like, they've just kind of been falling short of certain standards from as far as private schools go, right? Now, it's not to say that the education isn't great. It's still on point.
Right.
But you got to realize I went to St. Rose, which was preparing me for, like, West Catholic.
All right.
But instead, I went to St. Joe's Prep. That was the high school I went to for 2.5 years. I almost failed out because they're teaching everybody on this level that I just couldn't keep up with. You know,
Higher, lower?
higher.
Higher,
Oh yeah,
gotcha.
St. Joe's Prep standards of education is so high. I couldn't keep up because I learned at a slower pace. I learned a little differently. Right. So I almost failed out. On top of that, a bunch of other shit was going on. My parents divorced, and you know, I was channeling everything through music, and because I wasn't succeeding academically anymore,
Right.
I was just angry all the time, and I was depressed all the time. So I channeled everything to music. I'm like, I still understand this. I'm
So-
still good at this shit.
What
You know?
inspired you to do the music?
Oh, I've just been into music my whole life. I picked up keys and drums when I was 3 years old.
Is your family into it?
My
mom?
my mom is a singer. She has a voice.
Right.
She just doesn't use it outside of church.
Gotcha.
A lot of the music comes from my mom's side of the family. My
Gotcha.
grandfather was one of the original members of a very popular Haitian band. It was popular in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. They're like old head music now.
Right, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? My grandfather passed like when I was 19. But the band's they're still going strong. 60 years later, they still on tour, going to yeah, I'm talking about 30 dudes, man.
Gotcha.
Horn section and everything. And they're still playing shows. They're still selling out small venues and shit, you know.
Gotcha.
Tropicana de Haiti, that's what it's called.
Who the what?
Tropicana de Haiti. Or
Tropic-
Tropicana. It's spelled Tropicana.
But it's pronounced.
Pronounced Tropicana de Haiti. Tropicana of Haiti.
How often do you use your native language?
I think in Creole sometimes. So it depends.
Gotcha.
Even just in passing, I'll say something light to my mom and she'll just laugh like, "Oh, all right. It's good to see you still
Got it.
practicing." Yeah. Yeah, I was away for a while, and where I was, there was a counselor there who asked me. She was like, "Irv, real quick, you see a beautiful girl. What do you say to her? Say it in Creole." I'm like, "Ou belle, madame. Madame, ou belle, oui, ou pas j'aime connaît, ou pas même connaît."
Yeah, we got it.
She was like, "Hey, yo, nigga, what's good?"
Did she know what you were saying?
No, she asked me. Yeah, she asked me to say it in Creole, and then I
No,
said it. in
right.
Creole, yeah.
But did it sound good to her? Was she like?
She liked it.
Gotcha.
She
gotcha.
fucked with it. So.
So
yeah. I'm out.
when did you know you wanted to do music for a living?
When I was, oh man, I remember, I remember the exact day, the night I decided to have that conversation. I was 12 or 13, and my parents were in the back in my dad's office, having a conversation with, I think one of my uncles came, and I went back there and I said, "I think I know what I want to do." They were like, "I thought you wanted to be an engineer." I'm like, "Guys, I'm terrible. No, I'm not, math and science is not
Gotcha.
my thing. I want to be a musician." They said, "That is a terrible fucking idea." They didn't say it like that, but they're like,
even with so that was their father. That was
My
in the band.
mom's- my
Oh, that
mom's
was your mom.
dad.
All right, got you.
Yeah.
All right.
My
so they said
dad-
it was a terrible idea.
yeah, you got to realize that music in Haiti isn't really respected as a career like that, unless you get to a certain
Like
level. You know what I mean?
Wycliffe or
Well, yeah.
go under.
Yeah, something like that. But even like my grandfather's band was highly successful. My mom has some trauma because of his success as an artist, like him not being there, my grandmother and him getting divorced. So she just didn't like that direction for me.
Got you.
The thing is, and I think now she realizes I'm not my grandfather. You know, I'm a whole different beast, and I'm not. You know, I'm not out and about with the ladies like that, like my grandfather was. If you know.
So
what I'm saying.
that was the thing.
That was a big thing. Yeah,
Gotcha.
my mom was just always, you know, she didn't want me to go out there and become a whore.
Gotcha.
I'm like, I'm
Nobody
not.
want that, right?
That's not
So-
my route. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want one good girl. That's all I want.
So you say you was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
When you realized, like, you knew right then and there, 12, 13, like, fuck whatever's going to fuck this engineering, fucking police officer, sports, music is what it is.
Yup. I said, this is what I want to do. They were like, why don't you stick with being an engineer? I'm like, I can still be an engineer. I could be a sound engineer. I'm like, they knew they created a monster.
Right.
You know, they knew. It's like it was it was bound to happen no matter what.
Was it hard? Like, all right, now they know it. Was there any pressure for you not to do music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For years.
All right, shit from 13 to damn. So even one decade from 13 is to 23. Even at 23, you should be doing something different.
They were like, okay, you're doing your shows, that's great. How's your classes going? Are you setting up an internship? What are you going to do with this when you're done college? Like, what is your plan? You're at Temple now. You're studying broadcasting. What are you going to do with that? Are you just sticking to the music thing? Or you think about getting into the news? What are you going to do? Right. I did something with it. It didn't last.
It wasn't what you wanted to do.
It's not even that. Like, I'll break it down, right? So, I graduated from Temple with a degree in media studies and production. So broadcast. Oh, thank you. You know, so that's TV, film, radio, music engineering as well. All of that. So that's what my degree is in. Now I moved to Florida with my ex girl, and I mean we were together at the time, of course. Right. While I was down there, I got hired by the Home Shopping Network. So
like the real Home Shopping Network?
yeah.
Fill the application out and they called you.
I mean, I'm talking about, I didn't even know I was going to Florida until like 2 weeks, like I think I graduated, and then this was right before, because I graduated in December. This is right before we made the decision, because my ex found a job down there. She had found a job down there. I was like, I don't think there's a point, like I got a 11-piece band up here. I'm making connections. I just wanted to stay in Philly, but she's like, please go with me. Please make this move with me. I don't want to go without you. Right. And I'm in love at the time. I'm like, of course.
Love will make you do some crazy shit.
Love will make you do some crazy shit. That being said, I'm glad that I went. Even though I went through some unfortunate, we both went through some difficult things down there, just on our own and together, right? But it helped us grow as people. And even though it was a rough time, I don't think I would go back and change a whole lot about that. Gotcha. So let me backtrack though. So yeah, we get down there and I'm working for the Home Shopping Network. Right. I think I called, I sent my application in, and then like the day we got there, I get an email like, hey, we would like to have an interview with you. I'm like, yes. That was God. That was God working. Can't nobody tell me different.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do the interview, and they like me. They give me the job, and they trained me for a month, or like 2 months, something like that. Right. So I was running graphics. I was the graphics operator. So you know how when you watch the Home Shopping Network, you see the prices on the side and all the writing at the bottom and shit like that. So that was my job. Yeah.
How long you did that for?
I was there for 8 months.
Gotcha.
But the reason I left, and I left the job on good terms. I didn't just straight up walk in, flip the table over, like, fuck y'all, I quit. Right. No, I did it amicably, but the reason why I left was because the hours were just too much. I was working 1:30 in the morning to 10:15 in the morning every day. Damn. Straight out of college. That's my first full-time job out of college. Fuck this.
The pay had to be crazy.
The pay was cool, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get any resources from there?
I met some people.
Were you networking, connecting at that point?
I was doing some networking, but it was just hard. I was tired all the damn time. You know, like I did meet some cool people though. That was about it though. It was a short-lived experience, but I would go back. Now that I'm older, I would.
From there, how did you transition? Like, what age did you actually transition into the music?
Into the music, like what year?
Like doing it, yeah.
Oh, that's
what age?
Before.
What age?
That started even before.
Before the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, way before.
So you had music out already. You was already putting music out.
I was putting music out in high school. I was dropping mixtapes in high school. They just didn't sound good until like my fourth one, because I was still learning. I was still trying to figure out how to engineer.
Right.
And I figured out the formula. It took a whole summer. It took like 2 summers, but I figured out the formula. And when I dropped my 4th mixtape, it was my senior year in high school.
Gotcha.
And I dropped it, and like 2 weeks before graduation, I put it out, and I was handing selling copies in the hallway, shit like that. And they were like, "Yo, you did it." Like I always knew you had bars, but the shit sounded rough.
Right.
This sounds incredible.
So that's when you found your sound.
That's when I found the sound.
Gotcha.
I figured out how to mix. I figured out how to get clarity for my records. But also, I had something to talk about. Because at this point, like, when I dropped that 4th mixtape, my parents had been divorced. My dad then got remarried. I was getting shot down by girls I was shooting my shot at. All types of shit. My hairline looked like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. It was a whole bunch of shit. So I had shit to write about.
All right, gotcha.
And that's when, I think when that 4th project came out, that's when niggas was like, finally, this is what we knew was in you. But I'm glad to hear you finally putting this kind of shit out.
Gotcha.
Plus, I started cursing. So, there's that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So,
Christian kid, I ain't want to curse. I said fuck that. Until it was when I was 17, I'm like, man, fuck all this. I curse all the time anyway.
So, what would you say was your biggest challenge getting it? Like so when you was doing the music, like when you put your first 4 projects out, you put them out independently, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course. And just datpiff.com.
Oh, all right. So, what do you think your biggest challenge is right now?
Promotion. Like right now, it's trying to figure out the correct rollout method. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I have a project that's complete, what's the next step? How do you get it to your target audience?
Right.
That's something I'm still trying to find the formula to. Luckily, now that I'm restarting my production company, it's not just me by myself. There's other people involved who have a little bit more knowledge as far as how to properly promote projects digitally on social media and things like that.
Gotcha.
Me, I like social media, but I'm leery of it simply because, my mental health things. Like,
Gotcha.
So I've actively made it a point not to really post much other than music.
Right. As you should.
And I also try not to.
That's only right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, I try not to spend too much time on Instagram, because Instagram, man, that'll have you thinking. Like, one day I recently logged back into Instagram after not being on. Oh, yeah, you did. After not being on for a few months, I logged into Instagram, and like, I'm just looking at all the people, like people you may know, and I'm like, these are all friends from college I thought were still following me. What the fuck happened? And it got, and my brain, my mentally, pain-ridden brain is like, damn, did I do something? Did I offend somebody? Did somebody start talking shit about me? What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
But that's the depression. The minute that I let that voice, control my thoughts, it's a losing battle for me.
Right.
So I've done my best not to, I got methods now. I have tools to overcome those thoughts and that thought process.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So yeah, man, I've been doing a lot of work on myself.
For sure.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone trying to do? Well, you do so many different things. I don't even know what, I don't even know. Just far as cause your sound is awesome, and I know this, and people don't know it. Maybe you may give them something, maybe not. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But what advice would you give someone trying to get into the industry?
Don't follow the trends. Fuck the trends. Like, it's cool if you want to, if that's your strength, you know what I'm saying? But don't do it because you feel like you have to do it.
Got you.
Like, I could do the trap thing. Sometimes I do, because I do find it enjoyable. I do find fun in it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me completely.
I can't hear you say that. I can't hear you knowing you trap rap. I can hear you.
No. When I say trap rap, I mean the style. But the message is always going to be the same.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the message is always going to be me.
Got you.
But
The style, the delivery, and all of that.
Yeah,
type of things.
yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
what I mean when I say that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man. Like, just stay true to yourself. That is the most important thing. People love authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to, you know, jump on the bandwagon of somebody that jumped on the bandwagon.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
be a trailblazer.
I mean, do you find it harder? Because I find it harder to be in that trailblazer because I feel like I'm the most authentic person. I'm the guy like just proverbially speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie, Kanye, Donald Trump, anybody that spoke how they truly felt. I'm that guy. And those guys are kind of like trailblazers also, right? Because a lot of people in the world where everybody's doing most of the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it difficult being that way?
Well, you know, that's an interesting question because initially I didn't know if I still don't know if I always see myself as a trailblazer. I see myself as somebody trying to lead, definitely. So I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. I don't know.
What keeps you going during hard times?
God.
God. All praises to God, right?
Absolutely.
I don't think people understand how big religion is in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what religion you believe in.
It's not so much religion, it's
Or
spirituality. You know what I'm saying? The idea of spirituality can help you conquer so much. Because if you believe that there is some sort of a higher power, it doesn't matter what it is, everyone, you know, different strokes for different folks, of
correct.
course. But as long as you have some sort of connection to that higher power, you know what I mean?
Good.
Then you can conquer just about anything. You know, especially this. Because the thing about this is one of our biggest strengths, but it can also be one of our worst enemies.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
yeah.
And oftentimes it is our worst enemy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's something that people would think that you're good at, but you're not?
Something that people would think I'm good at. I don't know. Cause I stop worrying about what people think about me off the rip.
Not like
You want me not like that?
yeah. No, I'm saying like you look like you can bowl your ass off.
I'm okay. I'm actually
that could be,
all right.
That could be something like
Yeah.
that. Like you know what I mean?
I'm
like
not
me,
terrible.
I would. Dancing is a no go.
Oh yeah, I can't.
But
dance
you
for
being
sure.
me personally, I think that music artists, not rappers,
Mhm.
fuck these rappers. Music artists are good dancers.
That's a common misconception. I can't dance for shit. Yeah, not terrible. I also can't DJ. That's another thing. All right. I'm glad you asked me
Okay.
that. Now I know where to go with that. Yeah, I can't DJ. Outside of my music, I don't know what people like for real. To some degree, like
Right.
if I make music, I make music that caters to anyone that would like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
But
sing
you have a
also.
specific target.
Exactly. I got
Right.
R&B music. I got rap music. I write.
But if you could put an
jazz
album
records.
together, I would think you could DJ.
No, see, you know what's crazy is DJs have a different sense as far as the pulse of the room.
Got you.
You know what I
Turn
mean?
it up. Bring it
Yeah,
down.
like they're good at that. I could do it with my music, but if you give me a playlist full of Drake and Kendrick and Cole
Okay, yeah, got you, got you.
NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk and fuck just all the G Herbo, everything.
Got
I'm stuck.
you. Yeah,
I'm
I
stuck.
got
I
you.
don't know, and then when I'm in the room, it's like who's in the room? What's the demographic? Is it 35 to 50-year-olds? Is it 19 to 25-year-olds?
All this is going on in your head while you would be trying to make a tape.
If I was trying to,
Gotcha.
if I was a DJ and trying to put shit together, that's what I'm thinking.
Got
Thing is, I don't know what these youngins like. Plus, there's so many artists now. Which I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how to. I got mixed feelings about it.
I like a lot of the new artists.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ones that have a message behind the music.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
I don't really like the new artists that's rapping about trapping and doing all that.
No, I'm tired of that.
I like
I'm
the
tired of
old
that
niggas
music.
that rap about it.
No,
though.
because you know why? Because there was lyricism involved.
Gotcha.
Niggas was actually spitting. Like, yeah, sure, that's not my life what they was into, but they could spit. They had bars.
They can put it together, right.
You know, it's still metaphors and similes at the end of the day.
Got you.
It's just bare bones. They weren't trying to reinvent the wheel. They were just spitting, and it was dope. But now it's so blatant, and there's no creativity. I feel like I don't want to say there's no creativity, but I just feel like where's the metaphors? I don't hear a lot of that anymore. I don't hear a lot of cool shit. Everything's very blunt,
So
bro. Like for example, niggas will go out and make a song about selling heroin or doing drugs or whatever, and it'll be really blunt.
Yeah, blatant.
People don't know that the song "Me and Mrs. Jones" is a song about heroin. Just to show
I
you.
thought that was Mrs. Jones.
Exactly.
I thought that was real Mrs. Jones. Got something going on.
Exactly. See, that's
crazy.
that's the point. There's a
that's
lot
heavy.
of metaphorical shit that cats was doing back in the day that you don't see now.
Okay.
And I wish that was still the thing. And I know there are some cats that exist that still do that.
So is it music full time now?
For now. What my plan right now is I'm trying to
Artist or engineer?
Artist and producing. I'm not as far as engineering, there's only a select few I will engineer for.
Gotcha.
I'm not engineering everybody.
Also,
I'm
just
not
production and yours.
production and my
Artistry.
shit right
Gotcha.
now. I'm not engineering for a whole bunch of people anymore just because that burned me out.
Your fucking beat making ability is insane. It's
Thank
second. I'm not lying. I've been around some of the who's who that do that.
Oh man, thank you,
And-
buddy.
Not from scratch and come up with nothing like just buttons. That I never seen nobody come up with nothing like just all right. Yeah, the dude brought the guitar. You plugged that right in and went right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like how the rhythm, the sounds, where does it come from?
It's all based on how I feel that day.
A feeling.
Yeah, it all starts with a feeling.
Emotion.
I'm very in touch with my emotions, sometimes to a fault.
Gotcha.
Right? Which is something I've also been trying to work on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, if I wake up, if I'm in a mood, you're gonna get some grimy shit from me. You know what I mean? Just the hardest, unnecessarily angry, belligerent ass beats. If I'm, thinking about a girl, I'm bringing the guitar out. I'm bringing the trumpet out. I'm singing some vocals. If I just feel like rapping, I'm just, what samples are reaching me right now? What can I chop up and add a bass line to and throw a little trumpet over? Like what,
How do you separate the artist from the producer? You in the studio, you're making your track. Naturally, I would think naturally, because you're an artist, a producer. So when you producing the track, you got the words to the track.
Well, here's what happens. I always start off with the production, right? I'll make the beat first just to make the beat.
Just to make it. You don't even hear no words.
No words,
lyrics,
yeah.
nothing while you making the beat.
I'll
Gotcha.
make the beat and then just go from there. And
Gotcha.
if I feel like it's a beat that I could get on,
Right.
I'm working on it.
Okay,
you know what
gotcha,
I'm saying?
gotcha.
Other than that, I got beats, beats that just
naturally people
been sitting around like, hey, my mans could do this one, or I know somebody that might be interested in this.
How do you find what sound do you looking for your tracks?
For my tracks,
Yeah.
it's whatever. It goes back to feeling.
No, how do you find the sound from the
Oh.
artist? You're not gonna
like-
put me on it. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying. How do you find?
Well, what helps with that is always communication.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I personally, I'm a fan of production sessions where I actually have the artist in the room when I'm making a beat. You know what I'm saying? That way.
Yeah, that was obvious.
Yeah, you know how I
that
get
one
down,
that we
right?
that was
You
classic.
remember.
And yeah, I remember that. I don't even mean to cut you off. I'm
No,
sorry.
you good.
What I really want to know is when you went up on that stage and you did that song that time at what is it called, the Flex Zone or something down Broad Street with Boogie Mandela and that.
Yeah. Stereotype sounds.
We in the car with you. We around you on a regular.
Hmm.
We never heard that. What said I'm gonna do this?
You talking about the club joint? The All I Have to Say record?
This the one when it's acapella from the whole first beginning of it. Where is that? Where is it at? I gotta find it for you.
I'm curious.
I gotta find. You got it. You got it, Swab? Did I send it to you?
You should put in the archives of what?
But anyways, is it how you choose what song you gonna do when you perform?
When I perform, first off,
Because you weren't even supposed to perform.
No, I wasn't. I
Right.
wasn't.
So how did you just? All right, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, well, I guess the way I think of it is like this. First off, I fill out the room, right? What's the situation? Like, for example, I just performed at Love Park this past Friday, right?
Shout out to that.
Which was a great experience. Big shout out to Thinker Makers Society for inviting me out to perform. It was called the Love Joint. It was a wonderful event. That was a family-friendly event,
Gotcha.
right? So I know that even though I'm transitioning into more R&B and pop stuff now, most of my catalog is rap. Most of my catalog is hip hop, and it's there's even though there's a good message, there's language in it. I like to cuss. I'm just keeping it a buck, right? So, I had to carefully pick out what exactly I knew I could do.
What's up, Leah?
So I actually blended it. What I did was I did one old song that has no language on it. Still a positive message. Silver and Gold Daydreams. I've been performing that for years. And I did a cover song that I do sometimes. Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, you know the version that I did.
That is a vicious.
Thank you.
That's a hit every time. That's a hit because when did that come about?
Oh, it was during the pandemic, man. It was during the pandemic. I was going through it like the rest of the fucking planet, and I was in my room and I'm just playing chords, and I play these chords and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember when I lost my mind, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then before I knew it, just this slowed down kind of smooth
have that
version.
Recorded?
Yeah, what? Yeah, I released it.
Let me play it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo,
Absolutely.
y'all gotta hear this fucking rendition.
Is your phone connected?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You sent it?
It's on Bandcamp.
I don't got Bandcamp. You got
No,
Bandcamp.
it's you just go to
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Internet stuff.
I'm look. Hey, look at this beautiful lady right here. I swear.
Hey,
Goodness.
what's going on?
Love you, girl. You hear me? Don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
Just giving you something to look at while y'all enjoy y'all conversation.
I know that's right. How
I
are you
appreciate
enjoying it?
I
I
am.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You know, I sing on my stream. You haven't heard me sing, but
I
I
have.
sing on my stream.
Oh, do you?
I would like to hear
You're gonna
that.
enjoy. I also write poetry as well. My
Oh,
poetry
well,
is-
yeah.
Really?
Well, then we really need to connect the dots then now, don't we?
Oh yeah. Oh, go back. Yeah, I got you. Sorry. I was ready to hear her sing.
I heard those couple notes. Don't play with me.
Oh, yeah. You want to do acapella?
Me?
Can you?
All right. Yeah.
Ready?
Okay. I got a degree, but my felonies won't let me get a job. And life's so hard. And just today, somebody stole my car and the bus don't run my way. I guess I'll walk the streets today. Seems like I'm stuck in the ghetto. Sometimes it seems like I'm stuck out in the ghetto. Oh, but I got love for the ghetto. That's a cover. That's a cover by thank you. That's
He killed that shit.
You know what?
Well, what-
And you know how I can tell, for me, what's my tell for someone who can sing versus who can sing? You know what I'm saying? I think we all know the difference, right?
oh yeah.
I think the tell for me is when you sound like music is playing behind you, but it's not.
Oh, thank you.
So that's my thing. Anytime I sing Love by Music Soul Child, everyone thinks there's music playing behind me, and they're forgetting that it's just my voice. So that is the tell for me. Like, I felt like there was music playing behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been telling people forever, man. Super, super dope artist, man. Super dope person.
Oh, thank you.
I want to play this crazy cover though.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to.
So I guess I'll Oh, it just does that? That's crazy. Technology is weird.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo. So much space. Yeah, yeah. And when you're out there, I thought, okay, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? In all this you were having the time of your life. Yeah, but think twice. Yeah, that's my only advice. Yeah, yeah. Oh, come on now, who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you're crazy.
Yeah, all of this.
Well, I think you're
Yeah, all of this, start to finish.
Well, I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on the limb. And all I remember is thinking I wanna be like them. Yeah. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And so there's no coincidence I've come. Yeah. And I can die when I'm done. Yeah. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. And maybe we're crazy. Possibly.
And that's it.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
That's a good ass joint, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
That's a great rendition. I bet you if CeeLo hear that, he gonna repost it.
I mean, look.
Gnarls.
that
Shout out
was-
to my man Gnarls Barkley in the building.
And you know what though?
Mhm.
Is that you slowed it down so beautifully
Thank you.
that if you ever notice, right, today's music is really sped up.
Yeah, all
right?
the time.
You notice that, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So what's so dope about it being slowed down is you can really appreciate your voice, right?
Thank you.
Whereas these voices now, like you can't appreciate them because they're running through the whole song, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and it's over, and you can't really hear the beautiful flexion in someone's voice, their ability to go in and out of notes and
Exactly.
those beautiful, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I agree 100%. And that's kind of the reason why I did it. Like, I think I can sing my ass off. I don't know if I'm like, I ain't CeeLo, not quite, but I like, that's what I love about listening to other vocalists. I love getting a chance to, I love when they got the slower records where you can sit down and just hear the little idiosyncrasies in their voice. You know what I mean?
Right, original because it's so original. It's so unique to you.
Yes.
I can't do what you do with your voice. I may be able to do it with my voice box or whatever nonsense, but I won't be able to sound like you.
Exactly. The same way I wouldn't be able to sound like you. Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
no, that was some super dope shit. So, what's
Thank
something that you would tell your younger self?
Be patient with yourself, man.
Be patient.
Be patient with yourself, and don't go to Florida.
Don't go to Florida. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I joke, but no, I mean, I guess in a way that was maybe if I didn't have that trajectory in life, maybe other things would have happened. Who knows? Maybe in an alternate universe, you know, who knows for real? But in all honesty, I would tell my younger self, you're doing better than you think you are.
Right.
It's not all over. Don't worry that damn much about, you know, don't. No
Alright.
problem. Don't worry so much about impressing your parents.
Right.
Like, it's get your grades, keep your grades on point. Definitely, you know, go to college, get a degree. That's definitely a great thing for you because when you do that, the people you're gonna meet along the way are gonna be the people that you keep close for the next 10, 15 years.
Gotcha.
Hold on to those people. Don't break those connections. And just be patient with yourself. If you feel like you're at war with yourself, the best strategy in war is patience. That's how you win.
Heavy. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention. Don't let that go over your head.
You know, so yeah. Also, get sober. Do it sooner.
Yeah, so no, okay, got you.
Yeah, like
So you sober.
I am sober now. Yes.
How does that feel?
Feels. You know what's funny is I had to learn how to just enjoy life being sober. I had to relearn how to do that.
Right.
And I'm really glad that I did. You know, for a while there, I was going through it. I won't get specific, but I was,
we ain't going.
yeah, you know, I was really going through it, and I'm like, and then my father passed, which, you know, when my father died last year, very suddenly, I really went off the deep end.
Condolences. Bro.
Thank you. It was rough, man. It was very sudden. He had been taking care of his wife who was dying. She passed away, and he passed away the very next day, ultimately.
The next day.
The next day, like hours apart. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what that the thing with that is. That's what makes me kind of believe that you could die from like
A broken heart.
A broken heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real. Because it's like you out. Me losing a brother is no comparison to your father and his wife or anything like that, right? I'm just saying, like, I know the thought of losing someone could really drain the life out of you.
And I was losing people, like
Right.
kind of left and right. So
Right.
when my father passed, I hit a point, man.
Right.
I hit a ceiling because it was really weird because for most of my young life, I just wanted to not disappoint him.
Got you.
And I always felt like a disappointment. And I think that's why I was so deep in my issues and my addictions and my bad habits.
Got you.
You know, because I felt like a complete failure.
Got you.
Just in the eyes of many, but also in the eyes of my dad. And he always tried to reach out, but I was pushing him away because I just didn't want him to see me.
Got you.
You know?
Got you.
And the thing that kills me is, like, I saw him a month before he died. And I didn't know that was going to be the last time I saw him.
Got you.
And, you know, he tried to help me out with you know, help me, kind of connected me to a job that I ended up bailing on because it was too overwhelming. It was too much. It wasn't my field.
You
It wasn't for
knowing
me.
that he got you this job, so now you feeling like you gotta. That could be overwhelming.
And I couldn't even really pass the exam. Like, I just didn't have enough time. all the studying I was doing, it didn't make any sense.
Gotcha.
So I disappeared. And the sad part is, like, he was trying to reach out, and I didn't answer him. You know, I didn't answer him because I was ashamed.
Gotcha.
And looking back, I really wish that I hadn't let shame prevent me from talking to my father one last time just to say, Dad, I'm sorry and I love you.
Gotcha.
Because I had no idea that in a month
That was going to happen.
he was
Just
gone,
like that.
you know.
Yeah.
So I went through it, man. I went through it, but I recently, I went away for a little while.
Gotcha.
I got out of the city because Philly is a treacherous place.
Yeah, you did. 'Cause,
And-
you know, you got to go away to make a comeback.
Yeah,
That's true.
You know what I mean? For real. So
mean-
I went away to and I see the comments, by the way. I'm both Blade and Morpheus. Right? Straight like that.
Call that nigga Blorpheus.
You know what I mean? Blorpheus. The fuck? It's better than Made. Oh shit, I'm Made. Ah.
Yeah, I like that.
But no, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I went away for a while, man. Just got myself together, and I had to learn to forgive myself, because in a way, I was punishing myself for feeling like I played a part in my dad's broken heart. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's something I really was putting on myself, and I didn't need to.
Gotcha.
And I had to be reminded, like, you know, he was proud of me. Even, you know, even he knows I was going through a hard time. He doesn't know the details, but he just knew something was going on. But my dad knew I was trying.
Right.
And now I'm not just trying, I'm doing.
There you go.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the fuck right, bro.
And actually, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you this. I had a dream. I had a dream about my father, man. Like, I want to say a few, I don't know if it's maybe 2 months after he passed. I had a dream that we were in church. So I was born and raised Catholic initially, right? Like, now I'm more non-denominational. Like, the church I play at is non-denominational church, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up Catholic, so I found myself in this Catholic church at the end of a mass, and you know, everyone's getting out of their pews, and I'm sitting in the back, and I see somebody all the way up front in like this kind of like long trench coat, pea coat type
Almost
thing,
like
bald head just like me, and I'm like, who is that? And he turns around, it's my dad, and he looks at me and he says, he said, how are you? I said, I'm lost. I said, I'm lost. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm okay. I'm gonna push through. Somehow I have to. And I said, how are you? He's like, Even, I can't do my dad's accent. He's like, Even, I'm fine. I'm fine, Even. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. And then he looked at me, smiled, and he did this thing he used to do where he just goes, okay, my friend, I'll see you later, and just walks away. And I woke up in tears, but I was happy because I felt like I was at peace knowing that he's okay. You know? And you know, even though I still went through it for a little bit, I'm glad that I got away and got myself sober and got myself together. Well, I got sober with the help of God.
Sure.
And I needed to. And
Sure.
I'm really glad I did. Because now I just feel like there are so many more opportunities available to me. Opportunities that I thought that I had lost. Also,
came and you was like, I booked the gig. And
You know
I'm
what I'm
thinking
saying?
like, you booked the gig. That's
Yeah.
why don't you have gigs booked? But no, you know
it was
what I'm saying?
crazy. Like, I'm coming back. I'm coming back from the gym. I'm on my way here, and I'm like, and I get a call like, "Hey, yo, Irv, what's going on, bro? What you doing Juneteenth?" I'm like, nothing. He's like, "Can you put together a 3-piece band?" I'm like, yeah. So
Real
here
shit,
we go.
bro.
You know,
When
so
you, like, bro, for real though, like, in times of hardship, not on no shit, but you really gotta look to God though, bro. Like, you really
Yeah.
gotta, like,
Oh,
if
man.
you have faith, I don't care what religion you are.
no, it's all about.
If you have faith,
having
bro,
that
you
faith.
can't. You gotta look to. Nobody's going to be able to help you, bro. Only person who's going to be able to help you is God.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing when you really understand that
Mhm.
coming from there. Because everything for me now, win, lose, or draw, whatever it is alhamdulillah, right? It's all praise to God, no matter what it is, bro, because it could be worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I don't know where it came from, but they say God put his toughest struggles on the strongest soldiers or something like that. It's what it is. Only the strong survive. That's life.
Yeah.
It's not the streets. It's not an occupation or anything like that. That's like only the strongest people survive life, because life is hard.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
If you ain't got God, I don't know what the fuck you got.
You know what I'm saying?
You better have it in that man right there, because he gonna let you down, or that woman, because she gonna let you down.
Exactly.
And I don't question God no more either.
And that's another thing.
I don't question it no more.
You can't question God. Like, I had to learn how to accept what is.
Right.
I feel like denial is somehow just a natural part of the human condition. Like, we just feel like we got to be able to control everything, and when something goes left, we're mad at the world. But the reality of it is, sometimes these things just happen. Sometimes it's no one's fault. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit just, you know, I say it just bees like that. It's real shit.
It's real
Sometimes
shit.
it just bees like that.
Yeah.
And the Serenity Prayer always says.
Okay.
All right. The Serenity Prayer always says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's the realest shit on the planet. It really is.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I don't care what religion, denomination, or whatever you want to call it, man. As long as you got that, keep your faith in God, man. You're gonna be all right, man.
That's what it's about.
I've been through some I'm sure all
we
three of
all
us
have.
been through some dark. The thing with me is, I haven't lost a parent. That's when I'm really gonna need God.
No, I know, but I haven't lost a sibling, so I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you need God in all of that.
You gotta keep God
all of
first,
that,
man.
Got to, you know.
So,
I can answer one more question. I gotta
Got
get
you.
ready to roll.
okay, last question. How do you want to be remembered?
Whoo, that's a good ass question. And the reason why that's a good ass question is because I think the change in my mindset came at my dad's funeral. My dad was an interpreter, right? Like I said, my parents are from Haiti. My father was an interpreter from the moment he moved to Philadelphia directly from Haiti to the day he died. He's one of the first black men in the country, I believe, to own his own translation agency, an interpretation agency. Right?
That's heavy.
It is. And my father got a 5-minute standing ovation at his repast because of the way he lived his life. My dad wasn't perfect by no means, but he lived. He lived and he helped. He helped a lot of people. My father helped so many people in his field. And just him as a person.
Right.
You know? My dad was the type of person, if he could, he'd get you the shirt off his back.
I'm gonna give it to you.
You know what I mean? Like, for real. And that was the thing, man. That's what made me realize, like, that's the way I want to go out.
That's how you want to be remembered.
That's what I want to be remembered as, somebody that helped people, somebody that built something that continues to help people, someone that people could always turn to when I want to be Irv the hero.
Instead of the villain.
I've been Irv the villain for a long time. I want to be Irv the hero now. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. That's it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming through here, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Congratulations on your comeback and all that, man.
Thank you.
Much wishes and all that, and continued success and everything that you got going on. You're more than welcome to come through anytime you feel like you want to come through. You already know.
Oh, yeah,
man.
just hit me.
I appreciate y'all for fucking with us here at the Socially Selective Podcast. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? My man, Irv the Hero, no longer
I
the
like
villain.
that.
Irv the Hero in here joining us today. My man Jay Swab over there being quiet, but he's cool, you know what I'm saying? We'll holler at y'all later, man.
You already know.